recording on the computer? Right. We are recording. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to let you know that we are today, me and Shanta, we are going to talk about how to do a Google form. We're going to do some training on Google Forms so you can create your surveys for your skincare classes or for recruiting videos and other things like that. So there's two ways you can do it. You can either copy a form to create one, or you can create one from scratch. So we're going to show both ways. We'll start with how to create a form from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. You have to, obviously, you got to go to Google. So maybe I need to start from scratch, right? So let me show how to go to Google. So go into Google. You go to www.google.com. and it brings up Google. And in order to really work with Google, you need a Gmail. So you need to have a Gmail created. So I got a million of them. But the one I use for Mary Kay is mkchinyer@gmail.com. So you're gonna have to first create a Google account in order to work in Google. And then once you do, you go to this little, they call it the waffle up here in the top right. Click on that. And you're going to click on this sort of like triangular thing called Drive, because that's where all of your documents reside in Google. It's kind of like your hard drive on your computer. So once you're there, what you want to do is you want to go to New, and you're going to, wait, oh no, you know what? I'm lying. Forgive me. Yeah, it is new. Where is it? Maybe I need to wait till this thing uploads everything. It's still loading. See a little churn right here. This is for you, Rita. See that? Be patient. It's still thinking. Take your time. You gotta wait. Of course, I have really bad Wi-Fi. There we go. Okay. So you can create lots of different documents. A Google Doc is like a Word doc. A Google Sheet is like an Excel doc, if you're familiar with that. Google Slides is like a PowerPoint. But we're doing Google Forms. And so you're going to click on Google Forms, and it brings up your form maker. And I love it because it's kind of like a wizard. Basically, you just follow along. And it's really not that hard. But there are a couple of things that I discovered over the time learning how to do forms. So over here, these three dots, it shows you some other things. I guess if you wanted to add somebody to work on this form with you, you could add a collaborator and whatnot, but we don't really need to do that for these. But under settings, one thing they do say is, do you want to collect email addresses? So you can click that. Do you want response receipts? Like if somebody's filling out a form, do you want to get a receipt of that they're filling it out? Limit to one response. How many times, can they fill out the form? Like, do we want them to fill it out more than once? Or if they can edit after. So there's all these different things under general that you can, to set your form up. Presentation. I don't really do much in this area. And then quizzes, I think this is more for teachers and stuff like that. So we're gonna cancel that. The one thing I wanna show you guys, and we're gonna create the form, but beforehand, let's talk about responses. After you create your form, you can actually see your responses. Maybe we need to create it first. But I wanna show you guys these three dots here. This right here, it says get email notifications for new responses. Because otherwise, if you don't, you won't know that anybody has responded to you unless you go in to look at your responses. So this was like a revelation to me. So you just click it to enable it. And that way, then when you create the form and somebody fills it out, you'll get an email to that Gmail that you're using. Okay, so let's go back to creating a form. Any questions, Shanta?
Nope, I'm keeping up.
Okay, so what do we want to call this form?
Survey for glam night.
Survey for glam night.
Is it glam night tonight? Is that what we're calling it?
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Now, you know, I have a form created for our Tuesday night stuff. So you can either link into that or you can create your own. It's probably good for you to create your own though. So that
Okay.
you don't have to worry about it. So notice when I changed it up here, it changed it down here. So it automatically did it. Now, if you want to have some sort of description, you can, but it's not necessary. If you want to do a picture, you can add your picture. You can go add image and you can upload a picture. So like if I want to upload your picture, go to browse. I actually have, I think, your picture on my computer somewhere. See all these files. See how crazy it is if I was trying to get this stuff to you?
Oh my.
Oh no, it's not there. I do not like the way my files are sorted. So it's really hard for me to find stuff. But everything is under champion meeting and new team members or Mary Kay team members. Where are you? Tell me when you see you. There you are. Okay. So what happens is it puts your picture in there.
Oh wow.
Okay. So that way, if you wanted them to know that it's you and that's sending them this form, you could do that.
Okay.
And you have your first question. Well, the first question usually is name, right? And you have choices for your question. So a name is a quick little short answer. So you just put short answer. Okay. And then the way that I do it that makes it nice, quick, and easy is I just go duplicate. And it creates another name field. But I might want to do something different. Maybe I want to ask them their skin type. And with skin type, I want to go to, do I want multiple choice or do I want check boxes or do I want a drop down? Usually on skin type, I might just do a multiple choice because I want them to pick one or the other.
Okay.
Check boxes allows them to pick more than one. Okay. So if I do a multiple choice, then I put the first option, dry. Second option, normal. So you just click.
Okay.
Combo. Oily. Okay. Oily. Okay, so now, couple other things. If you don't want them to fill out a form and not give you their name, make it a required question. Okay? Because otherwise, they will not answer. If you want them to fill out their skin type, make it required. Okay, so that's how that stuff kind of works out. So let's do another one. Again, I'm going to do a duplicate. This is how I add them. As opposed to going over here and saying plus, I just duplicate and type over.
Okay.
So maybe the next question is, did you have fun? And maybe because you're weird, you don't care if they check more than one. You want to do, I didn't mean to call you weird. You're not weird. But maybe you're just kind of like an indecisive person and you're like, it's okay if they check all three. Now notice there's only 3 answers, but I got a 4th thing here. I just delete it by hitting the X over here. And okay. So now they could actually click more than one. So let's say that's the extent of your survey. Now what's so cool about this stuff in Google is it saves automatically. There's no saving that has to be done. It's saved now that you've done all this. See how it says all changes saved in Drive? It just saves it. You don't have to do anything else. Okay? So you're not going to lose stuff. So now what do? Well, you got to send it to somebody. How do you do that? Because this is not what you want people to see. Because if they go in here and start filling out stuff on this page, it's going to change your form. You want them to see the actual form on the other end. So you go here to the eyeball, which is the preview.
Oh, okay.
And this brings up the actual form. And you're going to want to click this link. And that's what you're going to send to them. Okay. So.
Do you rename your link at all? Your URL?
I have done it. If I'm sending it in an email, I literally insert a link. I type a name form or whatever, and I click it and insert it in the hyperlink. You can shorten your links using bit.ly.com. You know, you can do that. Like I have bit.ly up here on my thing to shorten links. But say, for instance, you're just like, I don't want to do all that. I'm going to send them this just god awful long link, right? So you put it in there. And if I hit enter, it's going to bring up the Google form. There it is. So now let's fill it out. So I'm going to say, my name is Chen. I've got combination skin. And I'm not sure what kind of fun I had. I did all three. I'm going to say submit. So now it's done. Okay. So there's a couple things that are going to happen now. Number one, boom, right there, I have a response. It's already showing up. So if I go to responses now, they'll show it as like a chart, which is goofy because that just makes no sense, you know. But if you wanted to look at the individual response, you could literally go here and see that Chin filled it out, right? Now, what I like to do is I'm a spreadsheet girl. So I create a new spreadsheet to go with my form once I start having responses. So I go up here to this thing, click that to create a spreadsheet, click create, and there's my spreadsheet. Okay. And there's my answer.
Oh, okay.
Now, let me show you what this all looks like in the drive. I'll close all these down so that we don't get it confused. So if I go back to my drive, there it is. Here's the answers for survey for Glam Night. Here's the form. You see?
Gotcha.
So it fell into my drive. Now here's the other thing I want you to see. It should have sent me an email to my email showing me that I have a response. Hopefully it does, and I'm not lying. So I'm gonna go to it. So when I go to Gmail, I go back to the waffle, I look for the M for Gmail. And so hopefully in here, it will show an email saying I had a response. There it is. So now I know that I got a response on my form.
Okay.
So just that simple, real quick, easy, you know. So going back now, say for instance, you're like, well, that was all cool and great and fun and everything, but I don't want to create this whole thing. I just want to use what Shin had for TNT, but I'm just going to rename it and call it my own form. So unfortunately, I got that form hidden in a different Gmail drive, so I got to pull it. So let me go to that one because I think it's over here. I don't think maybe I moved it. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But I feel like it's over here. Yeah, this is the problem with Google is I have so many emails. I'm trying to consolidate.
So you have a lot of emails, individual emails set up in Gmail.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 for my current job. Plus I have a personal Gmail that I've been working with forever. And then I created one for Mary Kay.
Okay.
So it's just, so I got like at least 4 Gmails I'm working with. And prior to this new job, I had another one when I worked for the school district. And okay, what is the TNT thing? Maybe it is on the other one. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me make sure. Is it under unit meetings? It might be over here after all. I bet you it is. Yeah, see, look, it's right there. Okay, silliness. It wasn't on here. I must have moved it. Okay, so here's how you copy to do a thing. So if somebody says, go to this and make a copy of it.
Okay.
So we're going to open this up and very simply, when it completely gets there, oh my Wi-Fi is not good today for sure.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. For those that watch this video, thank you for your patience. These are the things that happen. All right, so I created the form, and the form basically just says, thank you for being our guest. We love your feedback. Prize drawing in 1 hour, because that's going to be what I say is that we'll be doing a drawing at the end. But they got to fill out the form to get into the drawing. If they don't fill the form out, they don't get a chance to win, right?
Okay.
And so I put a little picture of my unit, our logo, and I have their name, their phone number, mailing address, email address. You know what's not on here that I need to do? If I'm going to share this for all of you guys, I need to put consultant name, you know?
Okay.
So let's do that. Let's add a duplicate. And we're going to say your beauty consultant's name. Short answer required. All right. So their phone number, cell, address, email address, skin type, biggest skincare concern or beauty concern. Did they have fun? Here's the collection. Now see, this is why I should not show this tonight, because we're not doing glamour. I mean, we're doing glamour and not skincare. So if I was gonna do this, I really need to like do a glamour page on this.
And
So
these are all set sheets, right?
yeah, this
Okay.
is just a set sheet. So I need to figure out which set sheet I'm going to use tonight and
Okay.
add that to this. Then, and it was weird. This was a weird one because notice there's an answer thing here. I didn't know how to get rid of this. So I just stuck the picture there and figured people would just ignore that. so, I just wanted them to see what was.
Well, is it because you're asking for a wish list? Is it picking up on that question you're asking?
Yep. You're right. It said, which Mary Kay products would you love to have? That's right. I did want them to answer that. You're right. And then down here, I talked about, adding in 5 referrals. Do they want a second appointment? Which one? What do they want to experience? What's
Okay.
the time? So, I kind of take them through the whole thing, right? So how do you make a copy of this? Very simply, go over here, click on this, and you go make a copy.
Oh, wow.
And it's that simple. And then you change the name. So with that, because I don't want to get rid of this because this is the skincare one, we're going to do Champion Unit TNT Survey Glam Night. And I'll keep it in my unit meeting thing. You say, okay. And then maybe I can change like this picture up here. I could change it to lipsticks or something. And the only thing that I'll change is I'll change the set sheet. And that's just how simple it is. So
Okay.
here's the other thing I can do. What is your Gmail that you use?
What is my Gmail? ssjames122.
So hold on a second. So I right clicked on the actual form. I'm going to say share. And here, I'm going to say SS James. There you go. You showed up. And okay, so I'm going to make you, well, see, it's only giving me an option to make you an editor. Interesting. I wanted to make you a viewer because then that way you won't change it.
Okay, I was just about to say, don't you change it. Okay.
Let me do it. Interesting. That's interesting. Normally, it gives you an option. For some reason, it's not. But all you got to do is what I just showed you. Just click copy, and then you make your own. So that way, you won't be working with the original one.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to send it to you. And then that should show up right here where it says shared with me. It's either going to show up in your email, in Gmail, or you can just go to your drive and go to shared with me, and it should show up there. And then you can take it and manipulate it and change it to be what you want it to be.
Okay. Maybe I have to refresh.
So that's it. I mean, it's not really hard to do. It's just you got to know kind of where to go. And like I said, when I started doing forms, it was easy until I was like, how do people get the email response? Like, it'd be so cool if you could get that. And I was talking to a Mary Kay friend, and she was like, oh, yeah, let me show you how to do that. I was like, oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the part now about Mary Kay. It becomes so much easier when you know the technology side of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because so much of this is overwhelming. You said, well, let's just create a survey. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, like that's not so easy. All right, so I'm going to stop recording. Bye, everybody who watched. Thank you for watching.